Hello and welcome to another session in mathematics. In this session we'll be looking at logic. But before that, let us take a review of the previous lesson. Welcome back. In this session we'll be looking at simple true and false statements, negative and contrapositives of simple statements, antecedents, consequence and conditional statements. Okay, in our previous class we talked about connectives, and I gave us 5 connectives, which are and, or, not, implies, or, if then. Then lastly we looked at if and only if, and I gave us their names and their symbols, where and is called conjunction, or is called disconjunction, and not is called negation, implies or if then is called conditional, and if and only if is called biconditional. In this lesson today we'll quickly explain these connectives one by one, and we'll start with conjunction and. Okay, conjunction is used when two or more statements are joined by a word like and to form a compound statement. Two simple statements coming to form a compound statement, then we use conjunction, which is and, to join the both of them. Okay, we have an example here. Let's take P to be equal to Agnes read her books. Agnes read her books, and our Q to be equal to Agnes still failed. Agnes still failed. Now if we combine these two simple sentences or simple statements, we then have P intersection Q. Okay, and then it means that the two statements will come together to form a compound statement, and the compound statement it will form is Agnes read her books, but she still failed. Agnes read her books, but she still failed. Okay, for these connectives, which is conjunction that we are looking at this moment, we have other words we can use other than and. We can use and, we can use but, we can use yet, we can use although, we can use however, we can use nevertheless, we can use as well as. Okay, all these implies conjunction in connectives, okay, as long as logic is concerned. So let's look at the second connective, which is disconjunction. And disconjunction is what? Or. We use disconjunctions when two statements are combined by the word or. We have the combination of two words. We say let's say for instance we have P to be she requires a credit in mathematics for the admission in engineering. P is she requires a credit in mathematics for the admission in engineering, and our Q is she needs a credit in further mathematics. The first one, she needs what? Credit in mathematics. The second one, she needs a credit in further mathematics. Now to take the disconjunction of these two statements, we then have the statement to be she requires a credit in mathematics or further mathematics for the admission in engineering. She requires what? A credit in either mathematics or further mathematics for the admission in engineering. What does this mean? It means that if she can be able to obtain a credit in mathematics, she will be admitted. If she also makes a credit in further mathematics, she will also be admitted. And lastly, if she will be able to make credit in both mathematics and further mathematics, also she will also be admitted. Okay, so let us take the third connectives, which is negation, not negation. Okay, the negation of any statement is the statement which denies the thought expressed by the first or the original statement. Let's assume that P is our statement, then the negation of P is written as this. Okay, negation of P. Now we have an example. Let's say our P is equal to all short men marry tall women. All short men marry tall women. Is it true? Well, the negation of P would then be all short men do not marry tall women. All short men do not marry tall women. We can as well have it to be, it is not true that all short men marry tall women. It's just saying the same thing. It is not true that all short men marry tall women. We can as well say it is false that all short men marry tall women. And also we can say it is not the case that all short men marry tall women. Okay, so negation implies the opposite of a sentence. The opposite of a sentence. All short men marry tall women. Then it is not all short men that marry tall women. Okay, let's take the next negative, which is conditional proposition. Conditional proposition. Okay, it's either we call it conditional proposition or we call it implication. Implication. And we have its sign to be this. Implication. Let P and Q be statements. The statement if P then Q is called what? An implication or conditional proposition. That is to say that Q depends on P for existence. Okay, so it means if there is no P, then there is no Q. Okay, so P is a determinant of Q. Do we understand? For instance, if we say that if x is equal to 2, then 3x squared minus 2 is equal to 10. It means that if x is not 2, then the equation will be wrong. Do we understand? So the equation this depends on x being what? 2. Do we understand? So if we have x to be equal to 2, we then have 3 to raised to power 2 minus 2. 2 squared will give us what? 4. 4 times 3 is what? Is 12. Minus 2, we have what? 10. So we see that the equation is 10, which is true if x is equal to 2. But under the conditional proposition, the statement may be true or false. The statement may be true or false, but the truth is that the statement is not final. Remember, in the equation they gave to us, if x also is minus 2, our answer will still be 10. Is that correct? If x is minus 2, we then have 3 into minus 2 squared minus 2. Minus 2 raised to power 2 will give us 4. 4 times 3 is still 12, and 12 minus 2 is still 10. So the result is always conditional. Okay, in as much as x equal to 2 gave us 10, it is not the only option to give us the product of what we are solving for. We have types of conditional proposition, types of conditional proposition or conditional statements. We have the first one to be converse proposition. converse proposition, and the converse proposition of P implying Q is the statement Q implies P. Okay, then we have the second one to be inverse proposition. Inverse proposition. The inverse proposition of P implying Q is the statement negation of P implies negation of Q. Okay, then we have the third one, which is called contrapositive proposition. Contrapositive proposition, and the contrapositive proposition of P implying Q is equal to negation of Q implies negation of P. Okay, so these are the types of conditional statements. Let's then quickly look at the last connective, which is the by conditional or by implication. Okay, we have the by conditional or by implication. Okay, a by implication consists of two sentences joined together by the connective if and only if. Okay, under this, what we make use of is the language if and only if, which is denoted by this, and the statement P implying Q means if P then Q, and if Q then P. Okay, we have an example here. Let P be it is a sunny day. For instance, it is a sunny day, and our Q be the weather is hot. It's a sunny day, and then the weather is hot. Then P implying Q would then give us the statement it is a sunny day if and only if the weather is hot. It is a sunny day if and only if the weather is hot. So if the weather is not hot, then it is not a sunny day. Okay, it can as well be rewritten as the weather is hot if and only if the day is sunny. The weather is hot if and only if the day is sunny. That is why we said if we have P implying Q, it simply means if P then Q, and if Q then P. Okay, so that is that. To refresh your memory on what we've done so far, kindly provide the answer to the following questions on the screen. Welcome back. So far we've been able to define connectives, and we've listed the types of connectives and discussed them and gave example of each and every one of them. We'll stop here for today. In our next class, we'll go over to the truth and false table. So do well to use the lesson note on the platform for better information on the topic we've just discussed, and feel free to drop your comment or question on the comment section. Till we meet again in our next class. Stay safe and bye.